major rehabilitation project for the 1230 main runway at Western Nebraska Regional Airport has been given the green light by the FAA out of Kansas City. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Western Nebraska Regional Airport Director Raul Aguayo told the airport board that the $11.6 million runway project is tentatively scheduled to get underway in July or August of next year if federal funds for the improvements are released as scheduled. However, Aguayo says there will be a bit of a price to be paid beyond the $1.1 million in local match funding for the project.
Kansas City does not want us to do night paving because we can't anticipate any problems with the base. So what we're looking at is closing the airport for 5 to 7 days. And my requirement then of the contractor would be that they work 24 hours a day until it's done so that we can get it open just as quickly as possible. But that will mean we are without commercial service, we are without GA service, we are without FedEx, we're without all the things that, do every day.
The local funding for the project will come mostly through CARES Act funding received by the airport. He says the airport has dealt with such closures in the past, and there would be penalties of $5,000 a day if the closure goes beyond what will be in the contract. Well, Western Nebraska Community College and the Western Community College Area Board have come to a settlement of a claim by the estate of the second of 2 students who died in a tragic aviation program accident last year. 21-year-old Yemin An of Seoul, South Korea, died from injuries suffered while working on an airplane engine at the WNCC Aviation Maintenance Training Facility in Sydney. According to attorney Phil Kelly, An's estate received $700,000 from the college's insurance company, plus $10,000 paid by WNCC for expenses. The settlement is the same as reached last May with the estate of 24-year-old Shaishon Chen of China. Both students were sophomores in the WNCC Aviation Maintenance Technician program, and following their passing, a memorial fund was established in both of their names. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Have you been waiting for years to get new windows? The incredible Renewal by Andersen Dog Days of Summer sale is here. Summer ends soon, winter is on the way. Renewal by Andersen's Dog Days of Summer sale is amazing. 20% off every window and door. No money down, no interest, no payments for 2 whole years. This is the only time of the year when Renewal by Andersen offers 24 months same as cash. Visit RBAWyoming.com now. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation and don't wait. This deal ends August 31st. 2 years, no payments. That's nothing to growl about. RBAWyoming.com.
Welcome back. The South Dakota man who fired his gun during a June altercation at the Sheridan County Livestock Sale Barn was back in court today for his preliminary hearing in county court. 44-year-old Gilbert Grooms is charged with attempted first-degree murder, 3 counts of use of a firearm to commit a felony, first-degree assault, and terroristic threats. Investigators say following a verbal altercation, Grooms retrieved a shotgun from his vehicle and fired and shot the 35-year-old victim multiple times. Grooms is free after posting 10% of his $250,000 bond. Well, a teenager facing 13 felonies and 2 misdemeanors for a shooting last year in Scottsbluff has struck a plea deal to avoid going to trial. 17-year-old Landon Horton of rural Scottsbluff is charged in connection to an August 2021 incident involving 2 other suspects that left 1 person wounded when shots were fired at a group of people outside a West Overland residence. In the plea deal, Horton pleaded no contest to charges of attempted use of a firearm to commit a felony, first-degree assault, and terroristic threats. In exchange for his plea, more serious charges, including attempted first-degree murder, were dismissed. And a 42-year-old Colorado Springs man has pleaded no contest to amended charges in connection to a burglary in Scottsbluff County back in May. On Wednesday morning, Osvaldo Camargo pleaded no contest to charges of attempted burglary and attempted possession of burglar's tools. He was arrested this spring after deputies confirmed that the vehicle he was a passenger in was connected to a break-in at a shop on South Morrill Road earlier in the day, and a search uncovered bolt cutters, several metal bars, a bag missing from the shop, and a key ring with keys to machinery in that building. Camargo admitted having been at the property, and he will be sentenced on his charges on October 18th. Well, coming after the break, Chris Cottrell will be in with a check-in on the world of sports. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Quiet across the area again tonight. Another beautiful night. Temps fall down into the 50s with clear to mostly clear skies. It's going to remain peaceful through the weekend. A very nice weekend coming up with near normal temps and little to no rain. That's all we've got to bring you in headlines for the weather. 89 yesterday after a morning low of 58, right about normal. Nothing in the rain gauge, unfortunately. Had a few showers and storms move off into portions of the northern panhandle yesterday, producing a few hundredths of an inch of moisture. Not much change in the U.S. drought monitor for the week that came out today. As you could see, still a large swath there of moderate to severe drought conditions, even some extreme drought conditions and exceptional drought in far southwestern portions of Nebraska. 80s to near 90 right now for temperatures across our region. Look at the Dakotas there in the 60s up in northern portions of North or South Dakota. It looks like we're mostly in the 80s to near 90 here in our region. Winds are out of the northeast, 5 to 15, maybe a gust occasionally close to 20. That's it otherwise. We do have a threat of severe weather off to the east of us tonight. The Storm Prediction Center has a marginal, even a slight risk of severe storms there. That pushes away from us tomorrow and on into Saturday as our weekend looks stable and dry here across the area. Getting on the bus tomorrow with mainly sunny skies. It looks like we'll be in the 60-degree range or so, and on the way home slightly cooler than where we were today, right around 83. And our first high school football game of the season is tomorrow night, and no rain chances as you go out to Bridgeport, North Platte, St. Pat's. A beautiful night, and we're going to see temperatures around 82 at kickoff, falling into the 60s by the fourth quarter. Futurecast is quiet overnight. We don't have much happening here. Quiet weather conditions, maybe some low clouds and fog towards sunrise. That's about it. Otherwise, quiet and lows down into the 50s overnight. Another very comfortable, pleasant evening. Tomorrow we have any low clouds or fog quickly moves out in the morning, and we're just left with sunny skies for the most part. A few high-level clouds float across in the afternoon. Otherwise, it is dry and calm here across the region. Not much going on, and temperatures tomorrow that are going to be in the 80s, a little cooler than today. Some areas may not get out of the upper 70s. Very comfortable weather conditions. Certainly no precip coming here in the immediate area over the next couple of days. Clear tonight and lows down around 57. Sunshine tomorrow, abundant sunshine out there. very, very comfortable. Mid-80s for a high with 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. And our 7-day forecast, pretty boring. Mostly sunny to sunny skies through the period. Highs 80s for the weekend. We warm into the low to mid-90s for most of next week. Maybe start to bring in some rain chances as we get the middle to end of next week.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The time has come for the fall sports season. Things getting underway today and carrying through the weekend for the start of high school sports. There's softball on the road today and tomorrow for Gering. Scottsbluff, they'll hit the road with action tomorrow and Saturday, both days in Lexington. And how about the Baird Tigers starting their softball program? And they're traveling to christen the uniforms this weekend as well. Football-wise, there's a total of 6 week 0 games across the state tomorrow, including Bridgeport hosting North Platte St. Pat's. Both these teams have been at work getting the adjustments down. Here's Bridgeport coach Jeremy Reimers on going from 11-man to the 8-man game.
It's still football. Now, obviously, there's 3 less people on the field, and some different things with it, but you guys still got to go tackle the ball carrier. You got to be an aggressive player, and you got to do the fundamentals right. And the fundamentals are the same in 8-man as they are in 11-man. So obviously, there's been a little bit of a transition. I mean, the biggest difference we noticed was when we were running some plays to the outside, the field's a lot shorter.
Coach had a couple of his kids at Media Day recently. We'll hear from both right now. Kason Loomis was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. He gives his goals for the year. And then Layton transfer Peyton Abbott kept it simple with his excitement for the season.
Probably get another 1,000 yards or above in that range, and just be a problem on the field, I guess.
Get us a good season going and improve all from what I was last year and just help the team out.
Bridgeport just a 2-7 team last year. New season and a whole new venture into Class D1.
These kids fully plan on making playoffs and doing those kind of things and doing the stuff we need to right, but obviously we don't focus too much on that. I mean, those are the goals we want in the season, making playoffs, winning a couple games down the line, but we're focused on week 0 for us.
It'll be a tough season opener tomorrow night, with some outlets around the state picking North Platte St. Pat's as the preseason #1 team in D1. And the volleyball season for WNCC starts tomorrow. They'll be in Council Bluffs, Iowa at the Reaver Classic. What a big season opening event this looks like it'll be for the 18th ranked Cougars, as they'll have matches against #1, #3, #5, and #12 in the country right out of the gate. Chuck Schwartz will have all 4 matches this weekend for the Cougars, starting tomorrow at 11:45 in the morning ahead of a noon first serve against Missouri State West Plains. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Culture trumps everything else. In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
The Skyview Drive-In is a new take on an old theme. It's the perfect place to see beautiful sunsets and films that the whole family can enjoy. The historic Midwest Theater has been bringing us together for a long time. The Skyview Drive-In is another part of the Midwest Theater's commitment to this community. The Midwest Theater and Skyview Drive-In Theater. It doesn't matter how you get there, just get there.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, State Senator and Democrat gubernatorial candidate Carol Blood is calling on Republican Jim Pillen to participate in forums and debates heading into the general election campaign season. Blood says since the day she announced she was running, she's taken part in such activities when her schedule has allowed, and it's unconscionable that any candidate would refuse interviews, forums, and debates in front of the public. Official statements from the Pillen campaign have said he's a livestock producer, not a politician, and he doesn't do political theater. Blood notes that over the last 40 years, it appears that only one gubernatorial debate was not held leading up to a general election in Nebraska, and the Nebraska State Fair debate is a historical one where voters often travel to the fairgrounds to participate. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here